All right, Tony, here's a couple other pieces here real quick. This is a piston stripper. We used it for a piston stripper. It's just kind of pretty much an industrial lathe that we use to strip the outer coating pistons for trumpets. Still functions. Needs to be cleaned up, but still works. The next machine over here that we're about to show you, this is a centerless grinder. So basically, once the machine you just saw, once they got stripped, they would come in here to get a little bit more of a fine tuning and smooth down before they went on to their next stage. So this is a centerless grinder. It also has its own filtering system, since it was heavily oiled to keep everything cooled down. The oil would get saturated with little bitty metal shavings, so the machine next to it that we're about to show you actually would filter out all of the sludge, if you will, out of the oil, and then pump it back in. So it's got its own filtration system. Behind you here, these are actually safety clean. They're aqueous agitating parts cleaners. Basically, we would use these to any parts or anything that we made that might have been saturated in oil being cut. We'd come over here and just get a quick cleaning. Nothing too fancy, but these are both very functional. We use them quite often and all the time. This is the back of the Dual. This is a big spinning lathe. Initially, we're going to use this to spin bells for our instruments, but we didn't need the use for a third one. So we actually used it in our tooling department to help us manufacture, make tools, repair parts in our machining. So this Dual is definitely available. I'm going to show you this to see if you might be interested. This is a little oven that we use for annealing small parts, very small parts. Basically, a annealing oven. After we'd make parts, we'd anneal them. Still functional. Actually, it's still on. Next, we're going to go to our tooling area. We actually had our own tooling little division here, so if any of our parts are broken or we need to be replaced or machined or fixed, we could do. Like I said, they all need to be cleaned up, but still fully functional. We have a South Bend lathe here that you're getting the backside view of. Now the front view. Again, we'll clean them up a little bit before you come get them. Next, we have this big Powermatic drill press. Here's another surface grinder. This one's actually in a little bit better shape. Here, like I said, a little dirty, but still fully functional. Nice surface grinder. We have a gentleman that works part-time for us, doing some parts and things for us, which is why it looks like they've been used, but because they have. We actually have 2 milling machines. Both of them have digital displays where you can program in cuts, X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis. This is a Bridgeport milling machine. And then we also have a Chevalier. The Bridgeport has variable speed motor. We can change the belt, manually change the belt. The Chevalier also has a computer screen to help you pre-program in cuts, X, Y, and Z axis, or is this just X and Y? That's just X and Y. This is the Chevalier. Also has a variable speed motor. It's automatic. You just change the variable speed at the top here. This is an industrial bandsaw we used actually to cut metal, lead, steel, aluminum. Just a big old industrial strength bandsaw. Still fully functional. I actually used it the other day to cut some stuff for my son's Pinewood Derby car, so it definitely works. I know I sent you a picture of this, but I just want to go ahead and show you. This is that one hoist we were talking about. I don't know if you'd be interested in the rinse tubs that go underneath it. Basically what we used this for was doing acid dips. This is our bell making department. And basically all this was used to give the horns an acid bath after they were, or the bells an acid bath after they were done. This I kind of think is one of the coolest pieces we have in this factory. Our company's been around since 1906. I had a gentleman come in and take a look at this machinery, and he believes that this was originally built in around 1910 or earlier. So from the history of our company, this is probably one of the oldest pieces of equipment that exists here. And probably the original founder of this company, Emil Carl Blessing, probably actually used that. So it's got a little, in my mind, it's a little historical content with the history of Blessing, but because it's a PS and W, it's a metal shear. All right, that's it in this department. We're going to start another video for the other things.